everyone, Andrew here, bringing you another video review, and today we're going to be doing Flashpoint, Abin the Green Lantern, issue number 3 of 3. Take a look at this comic cover right here. Now you're probably all wondering, well gee Andrew, why are you reviewing issue number 3 of 3 if you didn't even review issue 1 and 2? Well, there's two reasons to that. The first reason is I got all 3 issues together. One of my comic book guys at my comic store has coerced me into picking up the Green Lantern Flashpoint spin-off, mostly due to how it ends. He kind of gave me a little spoiler exactly what happens at the end. So he seduced me into buying it. Second reason is because issue 1 and 2 have been out for quite some time. If you wanted to pick up the series, you would have done it at this point. And to review issue 1 and 2, for me, seems kind of futile. However, if you're one of those people out there that's still on the fence on whether or not to pick up this series, and you haven't got anything from it at all, wait until I do my review of all the Flashpoint spin-off titles that I've gotten so far. I'm going to be posting out that video fairly soon, and my review of the whole entire Green Lantern series will be in there for Flashpoint. So with that said, let's talk about issue number 3 of Abin the Green Lantern. Now, in the previous issues, Abin has been at odds with the Green Lantern Corps and with the Guardians. The Blackest Night is technically going on. Black Lanterns are flying throughout the galaxy and taking over sector by sector. And apparently Atrocious or A-Man, I'm just going to call him A-Man, because apparently A-Man is a Red Lantern. He also talks about the prophecy of Flashpoint rather than the prophecy of Blackest Night. Anyways, Abin is someone that believes so much in that life should be cherished and there should always be life around. You should protect life, and life is just awesome. And that causes him to be at odds with the Guardians, who now send him to Earth to get the essence of light, the White Lantern essence. So Abin travels to Earth only to meet up with Sinestro, who promptly attacks Abin. The question is this: is Abin able to defeat Sinestro, or will Sinestro come out on top and be the deciding factor in the end of Flashpoint? And at the end, what happens to the White Essence? What happens to the White Lantern power? Who gets it? Who is the one that really truly comes out on top? So all questions that you will get answered if you read this issue. So let's get into the good, the bad, and whether or not you should get it. Good. Well, if you've been reading issue 1 and 2, you'll know that the Flashpoint Green Lantern series has one good thing going for it out of all the rest, and that is Abin He's a character that really hasn't had much development. It's like having Thomas Wayne or Martha Wayne or Jor-El and Lara. I mean, they're characters that are really there to set up the heroes of their particular universe. Abin has had very little face time, and the face time he's had hasn't been that good. However, in the Flashpoint mini, Abin is actually a really cool character that has a lot of potential that just needs the right writer to flesh him out and really show us what he's capable of. It would be really cool, and I mean, it might happen, you never know, that maybe Abin survives Flashpoint and goes into the Green Lantern universe. If that's the case, he would make a great character dynamic with Sinestro, who is going to be Green Lantern post Flashpoint. So, first good is that Sinestro, not Sinestro, but Abin is a great character in this comic. And I guess you could say Sinestro, because Sinestro is good in this too. Not quite as good as Sinestro could be, but, I mean, it's still Sinestro being Sinestro. The problem is they play him off a little too maniacal and evil. But, for the most part, Abin is the star of this, and he really shines, and his character has a lot of potential. The ending is really good. It's nice. What happens to Abin? How does he survive? How does he fail? How does it affect Earth? It's really nice how things are played off towards the end, which leaves a lot of questions hanging for after Flashpoint. And in addition to that, the art is good, and the action is nice too. Although short, the action that does happen is very short, but it is still nice. Bad. Well, first bad is this kind of ties into issue number 4 and 5 of Flashpoint. However, we don't actually see Abin in issue number 4 or 5 of Flashpoint. At least I don't remember seeing him. However, we do see him in the final battle in issue number 3 of Green Lantern. So, it's kind of bad that they didn't really have that synergy going on between the two titles. But that's really the only bad I could say. Maybe some stuff was rushed, but for the most part, this was actually pretty fun to read. It was enjoyable. It had a pretty good ending, and abin is a fun character. It was a little dark and dreary, but I mean, really, what to expect? The Flashpoint universe isn't all roses and dandelions. It's really just Wonder Woman and Aquaman killing each other. And of course, apparently the Black Lanterns are flying around and killing, well, each other. So, anyways, on a whole, I enjoyed this. It does have its faults, but it was actually pretty fun. So, if you got issue 1 and 2, issue number 3 you should not be disappointed with. With that said, I'm going to end this review here. This is Andrew saying, peace out for now.